Hello there and welcome to this week's vlog. It is the 30th of June 2023, the last day of the month. Now this week we've been doing a few inbox reviews and stuff. Just a quick one we have, I think this was like last week, we did a Lockheed Martin, the F-35B Lightning by Airfix. Interesting kit. It doesn't seem to be a kit that is designed for like your pro modelers or anything like that. The way it goes together, a lot of it has been put into like a one piece. I mean, you've literally got the wing section, the fuselage and the cockpit tub all in there, so it just makes it a low piece count, nice and easy to kind of build, but it's of a nice modern jet. Really do recommend this one, definitely for beginners and people coming into the hobby, or for someone who just wants to have a nice bit of fun. Definitely for going off and kind of buying it for the kids, the grandkids and nieces and nephews, that kind of thing. Really cool kit. We also went off the beginning of this week and another one by Airfix, their Avro Anson Mark 1. Not your kind of popular sort of aircraft, maybe to do with World War II, but this does look really nice. The surface detail on it, I mean, we have all this kind of rib work and whatnot, loads of internals on this, and we've got all this glass. You can actually see on the artwork here, there's so much glass in here that it's not one of these products where, oh, you can do all this detail inside, you put it together and you can't see inside. You know, we've got so much glass you can really see in there. So for all you guys who'd like to, you know, I mean, some of you, I've seen fantastic work where people kind of do so much on the internals, scratch building, you know, putting maps and bits of tiny little dioramas within the aircraft, seen that kind of stuff, and this is kind of a good kit for that, in the sense that, you know, you've got so much glass in there. It's 1/48 scale and it's a pretty new-ish tool. Also, we had a look at this one by Edard. It's their Roofy, I think it's called, based on the Zero. It's a dual combo 1/48 scale. Now this one, we've basically already built this and already done a step-by-step on it, if you want to check that out on the Genessis Models website. And it's this beauty just here, the Zero by Edard 1/48 scale. Absolutely gorgeous surface detail, fits beautifully, you know, absolutely cracking kit for beginners, pros, intermediate, doesn't matter. I mean, it is a beautiful kit. And what they've done here is gone off and done the seaplane version, so you get a nice bit of extra plastic in there to do this setup. There's also a nice little cartons in here as well. Now it is the duo, so you do get two. You know, maybe you want to build two, maybe you've got a mate and you can go halves on it, something like that. But yeah, fantastic kit there as well. Now we have been moving along. I've just put this up today, episode 7 of our Apache. This one's coming along. Now we've kind of really done a lot of concentrating on sanding and being a little bit more careful than you would normally, because there is so much raised rivet work on here that to remove these rivets through filling, sanding, scribing to get your seam lines all nice, going to be a bit of a nightmare to put them back in. Now I am a little bit of ahead, so yes, next week we're going to be going over, you know, creating your own rivets. This is going to be using tools that makes rivets and all sorts of cool little things to be able to go off and do that. So that'll be one to sort of look at, because I know reapplying rivets is a pain in the butt, and you know, this episode is all about trying to limit that, as well as just kind of like, you know, a few basics, intermediates of getting rid of those micro gaps on the seam lines and all that cool stuff. But as you can see, she's coming along quite nicely. It is a bit like a tank, this one. I am sort of predicting, just like a tank, that it's going to get to a point where I've shown you as far as I can go in the build stage, and it's just going to be me kind of just spending a load of time off camera just gluing on all these lots and lots of bits and pieces that just go all around the model. It's a bit like a tank in that sense, like you get the brick together and then you just start throwing all the little bits and bobs around it. So that is the Apache coming along rather nicely. Now, do have another build that's been going on, and this is an advanced, so when it comes to advanced, right, I like to kind of build it first, and it's around about 2, 3, 4 episodes long. I like to get it built and finished before I release anything. So I am working my way through this one. Cracking kit. I did an inbox review of it, looked damn good. I've started doing some building of it, and it just looks and goes together just amazing for something, an aircraft that is such a complex shape, right? It's always a challenge for manufacturers to kind of, you know, manufacture on one of these and design one of these to fit nicely. And normally, even as a goer, you had to go at this, you know, there's fit issues here and there just because of that factor of, you know, just the shape of the aircraft itself. So yeah, I'm moving along with that, and I have found that it is just going together so nicely. Surface detail is lovely. It's just one of these joys to actually go off and build. Strangely enough as well, it's gone together so well, and because the cockpit is actually so accessible even with it at this stage, I've actually not actually gone off and painted and weathered the cockpit yet. As you can see, I'm kind of getting through the build here without actually doing that yet, so that's quite cool and interesting. Sadly, we're coming to the end of the vlog now. Next week, stay tuned, because we're going to be announcing the competition winner of, if you remember, we were giving away this month the Oliver Hazard Perry class frigate. Now this is by AFV Club. We're giving this away, and so next week we'll be doing that, and then the week after that we'll probably announce what's going to be July's competition, so do stay tuned for those. As I say, you know, we're going to be doing some rivet work, you know, putting rivets back in next week on the Apache, and a bunch of other whatever inbox reviews, tutorials, product reviews, whatever we kind of come along next week. But other than that, as always, until next time, my name is Bob Waldron, this is Genessis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.